Sassari in a basement clash, already a vital matchup in the Basketball Champions League Group A. Juventus Utena, Dinamo Sassari, game day 5. Both teams with a 1-3 record, both teams looking to turn their fortunes around, and no better place to do it than in one of the homes of basketball in the world, in Lithuania. Well, Sassari making this, well, every trip for Sassari is a tough one. Getting off the island of Sardinia limits their options, so after a loss in the Italian league at the weekend that saw them slip to 3-3 and 9th place, they find themselves here in Utena. The other two games, Oldenburg visit Monaco, and Murcia welcome Cavasiaka to Spain. The gym filling up nicely for this early evening matchup. And Utena need to get some confidence. They've struggled in this Basketball Champions League first few weeks to really contain the opponent, and have also struggled offensively to be consistent. So that is a real difficult recipe to try and overcome, but that sees them in the basement spot of Group A with the 1-3 record. Unet Holon, as you saw, got their first win earlier on this evening, and that yesterday rather, that puts them in a three-way tie with teams with one win. Still early days, obviously, in all of the groups. 56 games will decide which teams progress to the last 16. 300 games will give you the season's winner of the Basketball Champions League. Here's the roster for Sassari. Rok Stipcevic doesn't make the journey to Lithuania for coach Federico Pasquini, and his experience will be very, very sorely missed. Juventus Utena's lineup highlighted by Anthony Ireland, by Tony Ireland, their leading scorer across both Champions League and Lithuanian League action. Coach Ubonas is going to keep this team positive. They sit with a 2-8 record in the Lithuanian League. Wins have been tough for the home team. But one thing's for sure, when this team takes to the floor, it's like any other Lithuanian lineup. Have confidence that they are the home of basketball. It is the national sport. It means so much to the fans here that they're going to be wanting Utena to turn this start around. The big man stepping out. Laurent Dendy gives much needed size to the front line for Utena. Well, quite possibly some of the most knowledgeable basketball crowds find themselves in Lithuania. The knowledge of the game is just out of the top drawer. In every bar, in every street corner, everyone has an opinion. And currently the opinions are not positive about Utena's start, but a home tie, no better place to get yourself moving forward. Well, the club anthem being sung by the fans. Sassari not really on the same page. They've stopped now. Great respect by them. while the anthem is sung. Well, the Lithuanian national anthem, sung with much gusto, much passion by the home fans here. Going to get a look at the starting lineups in a second. And before we do that, here is the third team on the floor. Mr. Anastopoulos, Mr. Belikov, and Liska from Greece, Russia, and Poland. The third team on the floor, tonight's officials. And as we always say, if you're refereeing Basketball Champions League, the three referees are out of the top draw. So, almost just a few moments away from game day 5. Get a look at the Sassari starting lineup. Hatcher at the point guard spot really has to control things. Levi Randolph got the chart scoring, but don't forget Darko Planic on the inside. This lineup has a lot of talent, a lot of experience. And it's a surprise that Coach Federico Pasquini's lineup find themselves 1-3 in this group. But as I say, long, long way to go. A team with so much European history in a relatively short period of time. Played its first European tie in 2012 and has made the latter stages of both Europe Cup and EuroLeague, and in the Basketball Champions League. It made it to the first quarterfinal, lost to Monaco last year. Here's the starting lineup for Juventus. Kornienko at the power forward and Yonte Flowers. Those forwards are really going to have to work and be productive. Liskauskas in the backcourt. He's got to make sure this team is efficient with the basketball. Coach Ubanos has seen his team struggle, but he believes that this team is going to progress. This team is going to get better. And at home, that's where you can build your momentum. Defend your home court and put yourself in a position to get wins at home and reignite your Basketball Champions League season. So Sassari has been a regular since its debut in European competition in 2012, regular into the knockout stages of competition. It's already given itself a little bit of distance to make up on the group leaders with the 1-3 record, but plenty of time. And Juventus Utena, also a team that wants to progress. Lithuanian basketball is about winning. It's about being in the latter stages of the competitions. It's what the fans expect. They just have to build some positive momentum. Relatively inexperienced lineup. So every week they're going to get better. And at some point, one team is going to run into a performance by this Juventus lineup. Kupsas, the teammate of 15 center. Been a bit exposed mobility-wise, but gives this team much-needed size to protect the ring. Oh, here we go then. Game day 5 action in the Basketball Champions League. Sassari visit Utena, and Sassari in the green will have the first look at the offensive end. Sassari traditionally will stretch it. Try and drag the defense out, create the advantage and penetrate. Feeding the double team, got to move the ball. Great rotation defensively. Utena at the races will decide to pull it out. Early pick and roll. Far side of the ring, wrap it round. Keeps us on the inside, doesn't get the drop, but will go to the free throw line. And milking the big man straight away. You don't have to be that sophisticated if he's that deep. Mindauskas Kupsas, the 2'15" center, as Banfield picks up his first foul. And Banfield at 188, it's pretty easy to see the problem. Kupsas, nice stroke for a big man. Fundamentally skilled. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. .86% free throw shooter across the Basketball Champions League. Looked like an 86% free throw shooter. Nice touch. Move to the inside, off the glass is good. Tough move. Really did create space, and Levi Randolph, we highlighted that the game has got to be productive for Sassari. It's got to be consistent in that scoring column. Little ball fake, knocked away, blocked off the glass and gets the drop. Kornienko stayed with it. Maxim Kornienko, first shot was blocked. There he gets space. He's going to go up strong. Polonara's going to get a piece of his arm on the way up. Shrug of the shoulders. But the M1 is no good. As Polonara pulls it down. Polonara gets it off. Randolph now has some space to play. Attacks it again with the right hand, wraps it. Great change on the path. Polonara for 3 is off. Chance for Utena to run. And they've been very aggressive in these first few minutes. Contact on the play, and Hatcher will pick up the personal. Yeah, never really had position. Good call by the official. And Sassari picking up their 3rd team foul, and that doesn't look good. Sixnius will, no, it's Samena who will have to sit down, and that looks a little worrying. Really, Jim does not want to put weight on that left leg. Not really sure why the doctor's there right now. She appears from the end of the bench. And Butalevicius. I don't think, I'm going to go out on a limb here, I don't think we're going to see Samena again on the game. But Butalevicius makes both. Nice start by Juventus. Very aggressive. Inside out pass, wide open for 3, is short. And Randolph can't tick it over. Ooh, 1 shot and out for Sassari early in the game here at the moment. No one going to the glass. Gauskas doesn't get the drop. Defensive rebound. And Planinic makes his presence known on the glass. We'll go early on the pick and roll. Randolph gets to the middle, needs a pass, finds a pass. Defensive series by Utena, kept everything in front of them. Wide open for 3 is no good. Work on the glass by Polonara. Short 2 for Randolph is good. Levi Randolph picks up his 4th point, as all Sassari's points at the moment. Levicius moves it on. Nice look, great catch, simple finish, all about the ball movement. Kupsas gets the 2, great change of angle, really sealed his space beautifully, and Juventus looking very confident in the half court early doors. Hatcher, sorry, Levi goes inside with the pass. They're going to count it. Planic was strong, just got balanced. Has a chance to make it a one-point game. And Flowers picks up his first personal. Michael Planic on the free throw line. Well, Planic is a 70% free throw shooter, completes the play, closes it to a one-point game. Bukowskis out top, looks at his options. So step back two is good. Flowers was curled off that screen, only one thing in the mind. Planic can't hold the pass. It's a very, very promising start for Juventus. Bukowskis in the half court. A lot of action off this low post. Nice curl again. Sass wants it down low, gets it. Takes one off the post by Planic though. Tries to back down. Goes up with a tough right-handed shot. No good. Great work on the glass. Tremendous offensive rebounding effort. Kornienko comes down with it. Bukowskis gets this ball screen. Moves it on. Well, nice look, but Sass was not really either expecting it or ready for it. Laurent Dendy steps in. He's only one of two players averaging double. Double digits for Juventus. Whistle on the play. Butalivius just picks up the personal. Crazy foul. Halfway line. It's incidents and plays like that have really haunted Utena across their Basketball Champions League campaign so far. Crazy little mistakes that just add up as the game develops. You get into foul trouble a little quicker. Nice penetration and contact drawn. Bamforth went strong to the hoop, draws contact. Kornienko picks up foul number 1. Flowers will sit. Bamforth has a chance to get back to a one-point game. Sassari shoot the free throw normally pretty consistently. Bamforth's over 80% in the Basketball Champions League, makes 2 for 2. Bukowskis, a lot of dribble, no one else has touched it. They have now. The short little, well, you got to say push shot by Kornienko is no good. Quick release from Randolph on the break, no good. Great work by Polonara on the glass, gets the follow. And Akil Polonara, French power forward, does a great job in transition, gives Sassari the first lead of the game. Dendy recovers, even though the whistle had gone. Marcos Bissou will check in. 15 seconds on the possession. Sideline ball for Juventus. Ireland gets his first moments of the game. Scoring for fun so far. Ball recovered. Delicious for 3. Buried it. Little broken play action. came off the foot, it looked like. Got his feet set, knocked down the three. Molinari outside the three-point line, looks for the down screen. Spissu moves it on. Molinari outside. Got to go up. Just about get it away. Defensive rebound and a chance to run for Utena. Inside, outside penetration. Bulisic from the same spot. Doesn't get the same result. Chance for Sassari to run. No real commitment to the break though. Molinari puts it on the floor. Got a whistle on the play. Levicius picks up the personal. There he goes in the air, leaves the arm in. Molinari, smart play, draws contact. And Juventus pick up their fourth team foul. Gushikas, Karolis Gushikas steps in. 2-3 zone on the sideline for Juventus. Well, they got very deep. Molinari with the improvised shot, doesn't get the drop. Ireland will advance it. Instant offense, Tony Ireland. Comes off the early screen, looks to hesitate, goes in. Excellent ball movement, wide open from the wing. It's way off. Defensive rebound, chance to run for Sassari, but again, no real commitment to get beyond the defense. Randolph gets his own, throws it off the defense, wants the foul, but Randolph will sit. Promising start for Levi Randolph. Hatcher will inbound. Molinari fills a little double team. Hatcher opens it out. Nice rip through, stops and pops. Doesn't get the two. Defensive rebound belongs to Dendy. Pace of the game has just lessened a little. Penetration off the closeout, can't get the drop. Great work on the glass, and the putback is good. Nias gets the two, and Juventus have the 15-11 advantage. 3 to go in the first. Still staying with the 2-3 zone. Great cut. Molinari with a layup, is fouled on his way up. He's going to be disappointed he didn't finish. You're in the 2-3 zone, you can't give that flash cut down the middle. Molinari, tough cut, but no one contested. Nice cut. Got to be disappointed not to make the three-point play. Well, Molinari continues the high level of free-throw shooting by Sassari and goes 2 for 2. Under 3 to go in the first. Ireland yet to really find himself in offensive advantage territory. Feeds down low. Dendy has it. Tries to face up. And it's fouled as he spins baseline. Will pick himself up and go to the line as Juventus are in the penalty. Second one is way off. Man-to-man on the miss, it looks like. Hatcher on the penetration, needs a pass. Molinari attacks it, goes with left hand. A little hang time off the glass, gets the drop. or a whistle on the play. Well, that's an offensive foul. I don't know, there's no complaint. Well, there shouldn't be any complaint for anybody. Clearly just dipped the shoulder and pushed off. Sneos picks up the personal. Devechi gets the positive, drawing the contact. Last 2 minutes of the first period, intriguing as Ireland is charged with a personal. As Hatcher just read the defense really well. He just comes up the wrong way round, overplays the screen. Ireland picks up the first foul. Well, Sassari maintained the 100% from the line until then. Absolute guarantee that when we pointed out they were going to miss. Delivic goes inside. Ireland has it, finds a little space, little floater for two. He's good, and he really does know how to score. Anthony Ireland. Great little action on the pick and roll, easy two. Pierre finishes the play. Ireland again, step back, long two. Is short this time. Defensive rebound pulled while standing on the floor by Dechampierre. Hatcher. Nice pass down Pierre inside. Becoming a real issue, but turns it over on the dribble. Step back for this two is way off. 9 seconds, no reset, as it did not hit the ring. Flowers steps back in as both coaches get into rotations. Last minute of the first period. Struggling to get it in, and Ireland just about beats the 5-second count. In fact, a very long 5-second count. Ireland hands it off. Little floater is no good. Defensive rebound. Polana has a chance to run. But Sassari happy in the half court. Banful in the lane, tries to get rid of it. Has to go back up, off the glass for two. Perseverance had to stay with the play. Scott Banful gets the two, and Sassari have the 3-point lead. There's around a 7-second differential between possession and game clock. Corner three is no good. Oh, and they just give it straight back to them. Why throw it under your own basket? Plenty of time, 4 seconds. Polonara takes the tough three, doesn't get it to drop. The offensive rebound almost drops. And momentum swings and lead changes, sums up that first period, and we've reached the end of one. With Dinamo Sassari with a narrow 1-point advantage on the road here in Utena. Juventus Utena 19, Dinamo Sassari 20. Field goal percentages are nothing to write home out from the 3-point line, but Sassari doing well, and they really do attack the basket. 7 from 11, 64%. Neither team has got any sort of rhythm going from beyond the 3-point line. Wow, the highlights clearly showing Ireland in particular coming off that bench, instant offense. But both teams just clearly lacking that confidence that the results they've had in the Basketball Champions League would lead them into this position. All they need is 1 or 2 wins to get right back on track. Start of quarter 2. Utena will have the first possession, trail by 1. Going to the inside. Konienko looks and goes inside out. Budlevicius has it out top. 5 on the possession. Budlevicius goes upstairs. Great hand. Great control by Laurent Dendy. Gets the 2. Bamford in the half court will get the ball screen. Pierre will dive, gets a nice angle. Open for 3 in the corner. Randolph can't get it to drop. We got a whistle. And even though Jonathan Taverniali picks up the personal, better attempt on the glass by Sassari to get something going on the offensive boards. Ireland gets it into the half court and moves it on. Budlevicius attacks it right hand, goes upstairs again. Harry has to come down though. Tough pass, tough catch, decent finish. And a little bit of the repeat the dose. Laurent Dendy gets his back-to-back points, both around the ring. Have a whistle. Planinic comes back. Pierre will sit down. 14-second reset. A little bit of tempo. Hands by Ireland though. 2-1-1 break. Then he going up in the lane. Tough finish. Gets the roll. That's 6 in a row for the big man. That one he gets out on the break. And a 6-0 start to this second period. All on the back of Laurent Dendy. And Dinamo Sassari will take the timeout and talk it over. Let's take a listen.
When there is pick and roll, with the back screen, we have to bump. Understand what I mean? We have to bump. And then, now, the problem is, we are not scoring in offense, and we are not going back in defense. So, roller, hey.
Well, points around the ring, points in the paint, pretty even, 14-12. But all the last 6 points have all been around the ring because that man, Laurent Dendy, has started to put some numbers up. "17 points off that Utena bench, of which Dendy's been responsible for 6. Budlevicius also 6. Those two come in and exploded offensively. Budlevicius just got to put a little bit more air on that pass. And I think Dendy's looking for highlights. Nice finish though, stayed with the play. And just to complete the 6 points, Dendy gets out and runs. And soft touch on the finish. Back live. Thatcher will get it into the half court. Will Hatcher. To Bernardi. Hatcher comes off the screen, sets for 3. Got it! Looked in rhythm. A little fumble, meant he had no options. Gets his feet set, knocks it down, and Sassari cut it to 2. Hard show. Ireland beats everybody, leaves people on the floor, and buries the 3. A little bit of help from the soft ring. And it's clear what Tony Ireland wants to do. Wants to put it up, tick it over offensively. Taverniali answers with 3, and all of a sudden we're exploding here in Utena. 3 threes in a row, making a 28-26 advantage. Ireland now wraps the pass, wide open from the corner is off. And Dendy waited, should have gone and got the basketball. Nice find, extra pass. Hatcher puts it and reverses it. Randolph steps back. Davidali will pass. Great rip through. Ireland off balance, picks up the personal. Third leading scorer, Tony Ireland, in the Lithuanian league at the moment. Leading scorer for this Juventus Utena lineup as Butalevicius sits down. Nice contribution off the bench. Stevanani will hand it off. Bamford wants a little space, gets the Planinic screen. Acha is off. Planinic, great position. Goes up, right hand jump hook for two. Big man rebound, big man move. And we're tied at 28. New ball game with 7 minutes to go in the half. Ireland, little fumble, gets away with it. Kornienko will move it on to Nissus. Nice pass. Little hang time finish is no good. Dendi couldn't add to those 6 points in this quarter. Knocked away, chance to run for Juventus. 4-on-1 break. Ireland, they're going to end up with a mid-range jump shot, 4-on-1, but he completes the play. Not out the manual. In fact, there was almost too many people on the break, but Ireland supremely confident at the moment. Stroke the two. Real Hatcher at the back of the hand pass. Bamford, little runner off the glass is no good. Ireland gets it mid-court, and the travel is called. I think even with the gather step that you get this year, look to travel to me. Yeah, I think you can safely say there was an extra step. Planinic relieves the pressure. Bamford will move it on. Tamanari goes down low. Planinic. Dendi guards him one-on-one. Help comes. Needs an open pass. Nice pass. Bamford with a little shovel for two is no good. Skauskas into the half court for Juventus Utena. Off the screen. Goes upstairs. And they've been lining him up for the last three passes. Still got a bit more air on that one. Dendi just lays it in soft. No highlight need. 2 points is sufficient for the big man. Nice little runner. Planinic follows. They're going to count that. You can see the issue this Utena lineup have in terms of where do they get points in the half court. Dendi and Ireland are the only two double-digit guys across the Basketball Champions League. They're struggling to break down this defense. Dendi dives, got a lift on the weak side. Ready to rip through, drawing contact. Flowers will get the positive stat. Hatcher picks up the personal. 5:10 to go in the half. A tense affair. That's the best way to. Both teams realize the importance. Both teams at 1 and 3 coming in. A win here moves them past a couple of teams. Wow, way to stay with the play. Kornienko, not the most glamorous looking shot, but stayed with it, kisses the glass, gets the two. Tamanari just with a quick release. Offensive rebounds by Bamford. Well, Tamanari chased down. I'm not sure if it's a pass or a missed shot, but it wasn't on the playbook. Urbanos knows that. Dendi sits. And Kupsas will check back in. Monte Flowers not the happiest player on the floor at the moment. Sassari will have it on the end line as Polonara will inbound. Great find, Bamford with a lean back three from the corner. A relaxed looking three, just buried it. Back to a 1-point game. Kauskas tries to turn the corner, wraps it to the opposite low corner. We've got a blocking foul. Well, there's the foul, no doubt about the foul. Sneers will pick up the positive for the draw on foul. I think they're going to go a little football with that one. The Sassari team is quick at the ball screen. They really do attack the player with the basketball. Kauskas on the dribble again, gets the ball screen. Nice find on the baseline, no good for the two. And Konieku gets a lot of looks on this team. Oh, straight down the middle, they can't get it to drop. Chance to run the other way. And we've got a whistle on the play. Tough move. Nievsk will get rewarded for the aggression and the quickness of the drive. Polonara picks up the personal. Chance for Juventus to make it a 3-point game. Oh for 2 coming up empty. Mid-range 2 is no good. Defensive rebound pulled down. Flowers doesn't want to bring it, so he'll pass it over to Bitskauskas. He'll take the early ball screen. Now, Bitskauskas is always alive to it. Always active. Still get the feeling both teams just feeling each other out a little bit. We're going to have a blocking foul. Kupsas will be charged with the personal. Sassari in the half court against this 2-3 zone. They can't stay in that if they're going to give wide open looks, and Hatcher just buried the 3. New ball game with 2:40 to go in the first half. Deep in the corner is buried. Just wait, get your feet set. Gas just stroked it. Game really coming alive here. Another steal. Delicious. This will hand it out. Looks inside. Gives the inside touch to Skiskas. Delicious goes up. It's blocked. Posh shot. And way to stay with the play though. As Mindauskas, Kupsas comes down with it. Goes up with the 2. And Juventus open out a 40-38 lead. Here's Will Hatcher. Game is really a game that is in stops and starts. Game all of a sudden develops a really nice rhythm. Kupsas is charged with a blocking foul. And Sassari and Juventus both narrowing the penalty. Well, unless something dramatic happens in this last 148, one thing's for certain here, we are set up for the second half. Lead changes, a lot of momentum swings. Well, wide open, they leave Pierre wide open, goes long with it. Didn't really look a good in-rhythm option. Here's Ireland out top. 1:28 to go in the half. Little hesitation. Puts it down low. Oh, got a whistle on the play. Poor defense. Muskiskas goes up strong, but no real need to foul him right then. Sassari will take the timeout. See, there's the contact. No need for that. Make him make the tough one. Let's take a listen to Sassari's timeout.
You go number 2, you go number 3. Ok? Tu stai sul 4 che gioca con sbasso. Hey, in offense, what they want to see now against their zone. Marco play point guard. Yes. Will. We go 3 down. Don't worry. Don't watch what happened here. Don't watch what they are doing in defense. Play 3 down. 5. You are 5. Screen strong. And then we have
well, as we said earlier on, Samena picked up the injury, and he does not look like he's obviously not going to return already with the ice on the knee. Check out the Basketball Champions League website for all the news of injuries, etc. to players. Be a big loss for this Juventus lineup. First of the free throws is good for Muskiskas. 5-point lead in a tight game. Just to make it a 6-point lead going into the last minute of the first half. Hatcher comes off the ball screen. Pierre dives. Nice wrap pass. Randolph gets to the lane, kicks, extra pass wide for the corner. Hatcher with his feet set, moves it on. Open three is short. Great rebound by Pierre. Wants to go back up strong, draws contact. Will go to the free throw line. And with 56.7 on the half. As Sean Pierre will go to the free throw line. This 198 Canadian forward. Getting it done here. Makes the first. Last minute and 4-point game. Pucilevicius hands it off. Ireland. Ball movement off the down screen for three is no good for Flowers. And the ball will still belong to Juventus. Davici will check back in for Sassari with 40 seconds left. Pucilevicius will inbound the basketball. Almost turned over. And Coach Ubanus wants to talk this one over. He's got the opportunity on the sideline to try and control what he gets. Let's take a listen. Well, both teams shooting the two ball pretty well, but you can see the emphasis that Utena put it on. Trying to get it to the inside, be the aggressor. Future basketball player. Everyone in this gym is a future basketball player if they're under the age of 5. Sideline possession for Juventus. 30, well, pretty much 40 seconds to go. 13 on the. Oh, they go upstairs to Island. Old school back screen. Gets the 2. Nice little play. It means they also get another possession. Randolph moves it on, gets it back, looks to attack it, goes with that left hand off the glass for 2. Tough finish. Those younger players out there, you've got to be able to finish with both hands. Protected the ball beautifully, kisses it off the glass. And Ireland probably going to take the last shot of the half. Draws contact, will go to the line. Tough little move. Tough little move, only 2.3 seconds. Sbisu just got suckered into a little contact. Here's the out of bounds. Flying on the weak side. Oh, they could be important. 2.3 seconds to go. They throw the half-court prayer. Almost gets the drop. Well, high-scoring, free-flowing first half comes to an end, and Juventus Utena have a 46-40 advantage over Dinamo Sassari. Statistically, neither team shooting the 3-ball particularly well for most of the game. Both teams doing well when they go to the inside. And you can see the advantage of Juventus. 27 shot attempts on the 2-point range. Really has paid dividends. Tight on the glass as you'd expect. Juventus with the 11 assists. You love that number if you're a coach. Sassari turning it over 6. That's unusual for them. They're normally pretty tight with the basketball. That's the only negative. Samulis is limping out. That looks a very, very nasty situation for him. Obviously, we wish him all the best in terms of that diagnosis. Bamforth with 9 leads the Sassari scorer. Piskauskas, I thought, did a really nice job. Comes up with 1 steal, but really did control the tempo for Juventus very, very well. Ireland with 9, exactly what you expect. Ireland and Dendy, the only 2 players of Juventus who average double digits, but getting it done again. Well, it was an interesting first half. Sassari started a little tight, and Juventus built the lead. But once settled down, Sassari really did start to play. They led for brief periods, but got it back close. Well, both coaches are going to have a lot of positives to talk about in the locker room. Free-flowing offensively. It's going to be interesting to see what defensive adjustments they try to make. Utena went to the zone for large chunks of that. First half, but both teams found it very easy to break the defense down. You've got to stay down and keep your man in front. If that's the start point, then you're not going to go far wrong defensively. Never get into help. You do force the ball to be passed. So this is set up for a fascinating one. Both teams with a 1-3 record coming in. Who's going to get the win? Who's going to go to 2-3 and get them right back in the mix? Join us again after these highlights have completed. And we come back to you live a few minutes before the start of the quarter three. We'll see you then. Well, there's the man who's really held it together, Sassari. Scott Bamford, 9 points with 50 and 43% respectively. Anthony Ireland off the bench. That's a normal scenario for him. Comes in, 1 for 1, 4 for 5, 2 for 2. The guy knows how to score. That's what he's done all year. He's carried this team offensively. Needs a bit of support, and Juventus may well get the win.
Down and to the if we play pick and roll, then I with us up like simple pick and roll. Now we are in defense. Now we play. Okay, once we play, trap defense. Just once. After maybe 5. Let's go. Let's go, guys.
Here we go then, start of the third quarter here in Utena, Lithuania. Juventus have a 46-40 advantage over Sassari. And the Italian club from Sardinia really, as do Juventus, need to get the win here. Crucial for Juventus, you've got to win your home games if you're going to try and mount a challenge to get to the last 16. Winning at home is crucial. Well, Juventus have done half the job. They lead at 46-40. But Sassari, you have that feel that they do have a lot of offensive potential in. The defense has just been a little soft so far. Let's see how they start this third period. Little Hatcher, look inside. Well, they had a wide open look underneath. The 3 is an air ball. Poor decisions all around. Bamford gets back, but not the best start for the Italian club. Well, a little back cut, but easy too. And Siskinius gets the 2. And again, you've got to question this Sassari defense. Randolph has it taken away, pocket picked, tries to recover, and the ball will belong to Sassari, as Juventus tried to recover it himself, rolling back those years to when he actually graced the hardwood. 48-40 for Juventus, and they've really made a statement defensively in this first minute of the third. Bamford breaks to the far side of the ring, he's blocked. Then he says, not in my gym. This is my house, you are not getting that away. Laurent Dendy from the weak side spikes it out of bounds. So Bamford had an inauspicious start to the third. The air ball plus the block shot. Hatcher will inbound, 4 seconds on the possession. Planinic, mid-range 2 is good. The veteran, the Croatian, settles it all down for Sassari. Vasilevicius gets it into the half court. Dendy gets a touch. Goes against Planinic, who's like a wall. I've got to say, I'm with the referee. There's a little difference between being that guy in stance and holding your space and looking to push back at the offensive player. And I think that Planinic just gave a little bit too much motion the other way on that play. He was trying to be the wall, and as I say, I was just about to say it's hard going against Planinic when he's in stance because he's like a wall, but he seemed to walk through the offense a little bit too much. Vicious with the 3, in and out. And Planinic is all over the stat line at the moment. Comes down with a defensive rebound. Hatcher will take the early screen. Dennis Planinic dives, gets his own rebound, gets set, gets the 2. And Darko Planinic dragging Sassari back to a 4-point deficit. Oh, nice little handle, Bilauskas. For Dendy for the easy 2. All about Dolvis Biskauskas breaking the defense down. Dendy gets the 2. Biskauskas gets the assist. Hatcher attacks it on the left side, kicks it. Extra pass, Banfield fakes, attacks it, little runner off the glass, the 2. Solid decision. And again, this game is like fits and starts. All of a sudden, it just explodes offensively. One of these teams plays defense for an extended period. You've got to really do believe they could get the win. Offensive foul. Planinic filling the middle really did take away the options for Biskauskas. It's not a foul on Darko Planinic. It's a foul on Cisneros. Well, Dendy played a little football, gets away with it. Little handle with a right hand, goes up, finger roll, poor decision though. Great effort defensively. And the foul is called in transition. Gusikas has the foul, one of those frustration fouls when you're out on the break. Hatcher, chance to get it under 4 points. Randolph moves it on. Got a whistle underneath. Dendy's going to be charged with a personal as Darko Planinic peels himself off the floor. Got to say that Dendy must be a very strong person if he can move Darko Planinic that easily. Planinic outside, moves it on. Hatcher out top. They get Bamforth on the comeback. Doesn't get the 3. Planinic gets the offensive rebound. Yet another positive stat, but had nowhere to go. Biskauskas with a steal. Dendy wants it on the trowel, in the lane. Little dump down for the easy 2. And Gusikas gets the 2. And Juventus off to the races again. Polonara. Bamforth off the down screen. Polonara, feet set for 3 is off. Planinic just owned it. Just literally owned it. Wants the 2. I don't think he's going to get the 2. Dendy was just moved. Here's the shot. And Planinic, well, it looked like he extended that arm on the glass, but then he gets the personal and picks up foul number 2. And Planinic is just, well, he's just dominant at the moment. 6:40 to go in the 3rd. Hatcher in the lane, has it partially blocked. Bamforth for 3, got it. Stroked it from deep in the corner. And we're up to a 3-point game. Still both teams way below 30% from the 3-point line. Biskauskas moves it on. Bilovicius is short. Chance to run. Bamforth pushes. No one ahead of him, though. Hatcher backs out, gets the early screen. Planinic dives with love a touch underneath. Too much help. Polonara. Planinic dives again. Bamforth, great rip through to a little float up. But Dendy comes down with it. Juventus off to the races again. Oh, nice look. And they made a real tough job of it. But Dendy follows and gets the 2, goes to 12 personal. And Sassari just only themselves to blame. They get back, they stop the transition, stop the early option, and then get outworked by Dendy on the glass. 5-point advantage for Juventus. And a little extension on the defense. Bamforth has it. turnover. Biskauskas, second steal for him in this third period. Then he wants that ball screen. He'll roll. They get through though. 2-on-1 upstairs for the two, and he can't complete it. Oh, just ripped. Biskauskas just ripped it away. Spissu's just had it taken off him by Biskauskas. Almost a little candy from baby times. There's a missed layup. Spissu has it. Biskauskas just takes it away. Spissu will not be happy with it. And they're giving him shots. Wow. Interesting. Biskauskas makes the first of the two. Shooting under 70% across this Basketball Champions League. Turn the corner, nice kick in the lane. Polonara moves it on. Spissu in the corner, just nails the three. Beautiful stroke. Great extension on the follow through for Spissu. Spissu guts the three, cuts it to a 4-point game. And it's still a little bit of a offensive affair. Dendi in the lane, goes up with the right hand, a little awkward. Gets his own rebound though. Needs a pass, finds one. Open for three is long. And offensive work against Polonara, I think, is going to pick up the personal. Didn't box out, just got into a holding competition. 4:23 to go in the third. And Juventus still holding on. They led by 6 at the half. Still have the 4-point lead. Both teams look like teams that are not used to winning. It's going to be a huge confidence builder for one of these organizations. Randolph Sassari will sit, picks up his first personal. Started the game so positively, did Levi Randolph. It's gone a bit quiet on everybody at the moment. Kaveci joins the game. So Randolph has 6 on the game. He had 4 really early. 5, sorry, really early. They go long to relieve the pressure. Biskauskas comes off the screen. Dendi will roll and a little bit of football. And we'll get a 14-second reset. Biskauskas, again, same play. Dendi down the lane, doesn't get a look. Gets his offensive rebound though. Goes up with a right hand hook, doesn't get the drop. And Sassari as a team come down, the chance to run. We got a whistle on the plate. And you can't foul any further from the basket than that. And again, Utena just hurt themselves again. Up 4, missed the shot. And Guskis fouls and we walk the floor. And Dechampierre will step to the free throw line. Pierre is shot 60% across this Basketball Champions League season. Chance to make this a 2-point game. Can't complete. Still a 1-possession game now though. 3:57 to go in the third. Biskauskas gets it into the half court. Budulevicius, and they go inside. Dendi, little handle, goes up with a tough push. gets the drop. And you've got to really take your hat off here. Laurent Dendy, very aggressive, very positive. Ticks it over. Dendy on 2, full team personal. Polonara puts it on the floor, nowhere to go, needs a pass, finds one. Bamford, step back for the 3, is good. And Polonara, I think, wipes off the 3 by putting the ball down. I think it's coming out. There's the step back. Yeah, that's on its way out, and Polonara just finishes the play. And we've got a 1-point game. Skauskas buries the 3. Again, it's points in bunches. Bamford wraps it. Just about recover it. Polonara has it knocked into the back court. I thought I have to agree with Coach Pasquini. I think the defense knocked it back over. Key moment here for Juventus. Have a 6-point lead with the basketball, 2:45 to go in the third. If they can build that little cushion. Great move by Coach Ubanos to get Ireland back in the game right now. He has the basketball. First half's leading scorer. Looks inside. Mendy doesn't get a touch this time. Little whistle on the play. Bissouk. Bissouk picks up the personal. That's only Sassari's 4th, so they're only just in the penalty. Ireland has it. Always good news for Juventus. Just challenges the defense. Mendy comes high, quick catch and release. Doesn't get the drop, we got a whistle though. Have a technical foul called on the Sassari bench. And I think, to be fair to the officials, Coach Pasquini was warned on the last play. That's the pressure. Goussis, Karolis, Goussis on the free throw line to take the technical free throws. Goussis makes the first, makes it a 7-point game. Biggest lead in a long time for Juventus. Goes 1 for 2. In fact, they were the first two with the two foul shots for the foul. Now these are the technical. Was the technical free throw. Ireland. Chance to make this a double-digit lead. Skauskas penetrates, goes to Dendy down low, tries to manufacture a shot, can't get it to drop. Ball will belong to the home team, much to the dismay of Sassari. At the moment, Sassari look like they feel the whole world is against them here in Lithuania. 63-55, 2:11 to go. Skauskas has it on the end line. Ireland flares to the corner. Oh, great little roll back. Dendy gets the 2. Juventus have the 10-point lead.
Number 4, you make 1 step. You go on 5 and you have to stay against Andy because he play also short roll.
Well, it's a great point by Coach Pasquini, even though he had the technical foul, trying to get his team to focus on the game and not the official. Because that little period there was a 3-point game. It's now a 10-point game, 7-0 run for Juventus Utena. And Laurent Dendy, 16 points, 8 from 16. Only dreams of taking threes. Gets it done around the ring. Bissou needs a pass, finds one. Bamford comes high to get it. Will get the ball screen from Planinic, turns it down. Repositions and Planinic dives. Bamford in the lane, kicks it wide open for three. It's good. Davici, feet set, stroked it. Something wrong with the 24-second device as it doesn't tick over. Ireland has it, takes the ball screen. Spins, goes with the right hand off the glass. Tough shot, great job on the glass by Planinic. Well, out of the timeout, they made the three. Now they've got a chance to eat further into the lead. Planinic gets it down low. Mendy's gone the whole period. Inside, outside, attacked by Pierre. Going up, little skip, then blows the layup. Ireland saves it, Ireland has it. Tight battle on the glass. Mendy now decides to step out for three. What do I know? I'm saying he's only dreaming of making a three. Strokes it, restores the 10-point advantage. We've got a whistle on the play. And that'll be Mendy's foul number 3. Not exactly a number you want to see after making the 3-point play. From beyond the arc, the big man. Just putting on an exhibition at the moment, 19 points personal. Zari get it under 10 again. Bampool yet to miss a free throw. Still perfect on the night. Settles it down. Back to an 8-point game. Will Hatcher comes back. Bamford will sit. He'll get this in the quarter break. Expect him back early in the fourth. Ireland will hand it off. Mendy comes high. Flowers needs a pass, finds a pass. That's an offensive push-up, not called. Ireland with a three in the corner. Way off. Chance for Hatcher to calm it. Looks inside. Planinic doesn't get a look. Nari wants it. Nari should get it. Doesn't get a look. Polonari moves it on. Davici, back-to-back threes. Jack Davici. The 196 forward. Knocks it from one side, goes to the other side of the floor and gets the same result. Feet set, strokes it. Nothing but string. And just when you felt that Juventus were building a cushion, they get pegged back to 5.
Anthony, when we play team, you are not aggressive. You are not aggressive.
Well, 48 points for Juventus Utena. Let's not forget who started, who didn't start. Ireland came off the bench for 1. So 30 of those points from the two guys. The only double-digit scorers on average on this team, Ireland and Dendy. Dendy's had a huge game. 7 rebounds, 19 points. He's going to need a little blow at some point. Here's Dendy with a little push shot from the inside. Little release back to the ball after the switch. And then he just confounds everybody and knocks the three down. Last 9 seconds, they wrap it. Skauskas for two, just drops it. Hatcher gets it away. Oh, off the glass for three. They're gonna wipe it. I think they're gonna have to have a look at it. It sounded okay. No, it's still in his hand as the lights come on. What a disappointment. They wipe it off. It's a 7-point advantage for Juventus Utena. They had a 6-point advantage at the half. Sassari closed it to 3, and then they went on a 7-0 run to open out to a 10-point game. Now we're at 7, 70-63, Sassari. In a little hole here on the road. Both teams, shooting percentage is pretty even. But it's little breakdown plays defensively. Sassari just have to play defense here. Enough defense to get enough stops. Dendi was the man in that third quarter. Moved on to a very impressive 19 points personal. 22 minutes, 9 from 17, including 1 from the three. 7 boards, 2 assists, a couple of steals. He has no real negative stat at all. Has a valuation already of 21. He is putting in a shift for this program. Well, Banfield still leads. Sassari 16 points, 50% to 38% from the field, perfect from the line. And a couple of poor decisions early in the third, but then right back at it. Laurent Dendi. 22 minutes for those 19 points. He's really been productive, really productive. Both ends of the floor. Start of the fourth end. Ireland has it for Utena. Desperate to get the second win. One of these teams are going to go to 2 and 3. And one will just drop to 1 and 4. You've got to feel the home team is desperately in need of the win. Banfield out top. Hard show on the screen. A little double team almost. Panara moves it. Hatcher for 3. Got it. Great start for Sassari, great ball movement. Really got reaction and reacted to the defense. Tremendous execution. Flowers draws a little contact. What an impact Aveci's had. Those back-to-back threes really did keep his team ticking over. Ireland goes down low. When they tried to manufacture a finish, did Kusikas and just couldn't get it to drop. Chance to close it to under 4. Hatcher is blocked unceremoniously. Miskauskas, nice pass. Flowers almost fumbled it. Gets it back to Miskauskas. It's about efficiency now for Juventus. Miskauskas goes lob, got a whistle on the play as Hatcher had to foul. Skauskas steps back from beyond the arc, is long. Defensive rebound, Planinic just about hauls it in. Skauskas will sit as Petrovic steps in. Polonara relieves the pressure. Van Forth will hand off. Hatcher. Van Forth on the wing, looks inside. Planinic gets a touch. Got to go at Mendy. Got too much help though. Extra pass to the corner. Polonara lines it up for three. In the book. Just waited, just patient. 1 point game, 8 to go. Game on here in Lithuania. Juventus, how much do they believe here? Ireland get to tick it over since the half. Goes at Davici, steps back, tough looking two, his way short. Van Forth has a chance to push, but no real advantage. Hatcher moves it on, gets it back. Planinic is deep, doesn't get it. Nari gets a touch. Inside out, so Van Forth on a closeout, attacks it, wraps it. Polonara for three. Back-to-back threes for Polonara, the Frenchman, getting it done for Sassari. They have the lead after trailing by double digits. They lead it 72-70. Timeout for Juventus. Polonara's gone back-to-back from the three-point line. Sassari are hot at the start of the fourth. Coach Ubanas wants to slow it down, take the heat out of the game, and talk it over. All of a sudden, that three-point percentage starts to climb for Sassari. 44% from the three-point line. It's been as low as 22 earlier in the game.
After this, four arms. Okay, good.
I haven't seen Kupsas for a long, long time. And now they're deep in the fourth. Mendy, Mendy might need a spell. Looks like he's going to get one. But he's now got one. Instead of having it with the lead, they now have it 2 down, and they're having to go to Kupsas. Kupsas, who did start the 2-meter-15 center, as we see the three. And the three, great patience by Polonara on that. And then you get another look at Polonara from the top, going 3 threes for Sassari. At the start of the fourth, they've dragged them right back in. They lead it by 2. Ireland will advance the basketball. Kornienko hands it off. Levicius tries to turn the corner. Has it knocked away. Just comes up with it, gets it knocked away himself. And Hatcher will come down with it. Polonara runs the floor, doesn't get a look. Open for 3, it's good. That's 4 from 4 in the fourth for Sassari. They're just lighting it up here. 75-70. No need to panic for Juventus. Kornienko has it outside. 5 on the possession. Ireland has it. If there's ever a moment they need Ireland to get it going, this is it. Takes the tough one, turnover again, and Van Forth runs and leads the floor. Hatcher says, hey, if we get a good one here, we're in a great place. They trailed by 10, they lead by 5. It's a 15-point turnaround in no time at all. And Forth, way short. Skauskas will come back, as well as really taking care of the basketball, brings a little bit more quickness defensively. He'll advance the basketball. Plenty of time here. 5-point game, 6 to go. Sass will hand off, will look to move it on. This goes to Sass with a little push from the foul line for 2. Really does need to make a contribution. They've got so much effectiveness out of the 5 spot tonight. Juventus. Hatcher moves it on. Polonara puts it on the floor, goes to the left hand, needs a pass, wraps it, Davici. Can't get it to drop, but Planic comes up with the offensive rebound, he's blocked. Bonienko played tough. Skauskas inside, outside, almost turned over, gets it back. Znius got a whistle on the play, but Davici tried to get over the screen. It's the left hand wrapping around. Kupsas stopping and rolling. Skauskas needs a pass, finds one. Left hand hook is no good. Defensive rebound. Polonara has had a full quarter to die for statistically. Comes up with defensive rebound. Bamford will take the ball screen. Planinic repositions, they turn him down. Hatcher, look, floater in the lane, tough shot. Sass with a rebound. Skauskas will run. This will get the ball screen and draws contact on Hatcher. Make sure the official sees it. Sassari go on to their fourth team foul, and there's still 4.5 to go. Juventus still have 3 to give. Hatcher's going to sit. Randolph checks in. Skauskas going all the way to the wire, this one. Nias, 3 on the possession, got to go up, goes up, right hand, tough one. Catches the front of the ring. And as a result, Budovicius hunts down the rebound. They get a 14 reset. Budovicius turns, stops and pops along 2, hits the back of the ring, and Polonara gets another defensive rebound. Randolph will move it on. Bamford has it. Bamford in the lane. Tough one. Can't get it over the top at a 2-meter-15 Kupsas. Skauskas kicks it. Bonienko out top. Goes nowhere. It's going to hand it off. Skauskas, no rhythm. All of this game again follows this pattern where either team will explode for points and then both teams struggle to score. That's going to get broken now as Juventus will go to the line as Bamford picks up foul number 3 and Sassari are in the penalty. And Ionte Flowers will check back in. Skauskas can't make the first. Does cut it to a 2-point game though. Ireland's going to check back in. And Skauskas will sit. Ireland's got to get going. 11 points on the game. He had 11 at the half. Team's leading scorer. Expect him to look to take responsibility at the end of the game here. Randolph, a little wound up that shot. Took its time, real slow release. And Sassari got to play defense now. Utena can lead it or tie on this possession. Kupsas looks underneath, great pass, foul. Called. And Randolph late on the cut. Bonienko will go to the free throw line. to tie it up with 3:07 to go. Konyenko drains the first one. And we got a new ball game with 3:07 to go. Juventus have 3 fouls to give. Sassari already in the penalty. Planinic checks back in. And what it comes down to is a 3-minute basketball game right now. End game situations, both teams would have been through them. Who's going to execute? Hatcher has it. Planinic gives him the ball screen. And that's a foul on Livicius. Great consistency by the official. When you put your arms around the roller, you've got to call a foul. They did it the other end, do it this end. Hatcher has it. Out top, will hand it off. Bamford tries to turn the corner. Hatcher fakes the 3, 4 on the possession. Planinic's got to go up. Gets to the middle, goes with a left-hand hook. Poor shot. Kupsas plays great defense. And he will get the basketball back though, Planinic. What an effort. The Croatian just carried on playing hard. Kupsas tried to throw it off him, did, but it then hit him out of bounds. New 14, well, it's in fact a new 24, as Kupsas had it out of bounds, so he had control. Vicia will hand it off. Hatcher. 2:30 to go, tied at 75. Game day 5 of the Basketball Champions League. Bamford with a floater for 2. Little rainbow-like teardrop. Drops it for 2, and Sassari lead by 2. Ireland is dried up offensively. You've got to credit the defensive effort they're putting in on the Sassari end of the floor. Here's Ireland, gets inside, goes up to the lane, doesn't get the drop. Went looking for 2. Bamford gives it up. Hatcher is fouled mid-court by Flowers. Not far off being a non-basketball action. Not far off, therefore, being an unsportsmanlike foul. What's this? Yeah, you know, you'd hope the official was calling the foul, not the moment. Dendy comes back. He's been phenomenal. Comes back into the game. "19 points personal for Dendy. So ready to go. Sideline possession. Sassari have a 2-point lead on the road. Looking at a big road win for the Italian club. What really the referee's checking. It's in the last 2 minutes, so his options to check calls are greatly increased in the last 2 minutes. Juventus have got to find a way to get this win. Home court advantage, you've got to defend it. Interesting to see what the referee is looking at here. There's nothing on the screen to indicate to me there's anything to check, but Coach Ubanis takes an opportunity. Dendy's been out of the game a long time. There doesn't appear to be any change to any court. still being looked at by the crew chief. Juventus had a 10-point lead. See it evaporate so quickly. Sassari got hot in a hurry from the three-point line in this period. And the officials just about, I think, to decide we're okay. 1:58. I think he's just added some time onto the clock. 2 seconds. How important will they be? Hatcher out top, gets the ball screen from Planinic, who will now roll. Hatcher for three is off. Defensive rebound. Goes to Flowers. It's the second side early. Bulavicius. Dendy. Bulavicius outside. 8 on the possession. Dendy rolls. Bulavicius looks inside. Lift here by Flowers. Steps in. Long two. And that's a foul on the glass, I believe. Kornienko is going to be called for the push. That'll be Juventus' 14th foul. Now 1:24 to go, 2-point game. It's about execution. If you execute, even if there's some great defensive effort, you're going to get a shot, then you've got to make your shot. If you get worried by pressure now, and you turn it over, it's going to be a great defensive effort to do so, and that's going to be a foul, and you've got to question why. Skauskas, it looked like it was a foul for me for about two dribbles before it's actually called. So Sassari will go to the free throw line. Officials want to talk about it again. Well, Sassari have shot pretty much 85% on the game from the free throw line. It was against 68 by Juventus, and just as you say that, Bamford misses the first. Could have made it a 2-possession game with 1:20 to go. This is going to make it a 3-point game if he makes it. We've got a 3-point game, 78-75, 1:20 to go. Skauskas will advance the basketball. Bulavicius comes off the Dendy screen, who rolls, goes upstairs, and he blows it, and he just didn't put enough on it. Trying to pick it up from under the ring. Great rotation defensively, though, by Sassari. Had a lot of bodies on the play. Bulavicius will kick it away. .58 to go, an eternity in basketball terms. Polonara will release. He relieves the pressure. Gets out to some space. No need to foul. That's a back court. Well, Bamford. And I've got to believe Dendy was just getting in the way. I don't think he was doing anything crazy. Bamford just dived into the back court, thought he was being pushed. And the official will have a look at this. He's just got to keep a cool head now. Doesn't need to rush. I'm not sure there was anything really to call. I don't think there was any intent from Dendy, but we'll take a look and see what the official and the crew chief thinks. Let's take a look. So there's Bamford, goes into the back court. So it's already a back court. And Bulavicius wants to, and Dendy's just saying, I think you got to hope he's saying, doesn't need to step over Bamford perhaps, but the official may take a dim view of that. But it looked to me as though they were just trying to keep people apart. The official's back on the floor. Well, there's an unsportsmanlike foul, double unsportsmanlike foul called, just to even it all out. So Bamford is charged with an unsportsmanlike foul, and so is Dendy. Now, if this does go deeper into the game, that's, I think, Dendy's 4th foul. Check that out. And that will be Dendy's fourth. Both unsportsmanlike cancel each other out, so we're on the sideline. Bamford also picks up the unsportsmanlike foul, but and that's his fourth. So both guys on a little bit of a knife edge if this game goes to OT. Juventus down 3 with the basketball. 47 seconds left on the game. Piskauskas finds Dendy, who steps out. It can't take too long here. Look for something good and something early. Dendy for 3. Oh, my word! Dendy's knocked the 3 down. Tied it up at 78 apiece. 36 to go in the game. He's 2 from 3, and he just took it on. Strokes it. Nothing but string. No hand up on the shot until too late. Dendy loving it. Planinichating it. Timeout Sassari. Dendy's had a huge game. 22 points personal. Three-point percentage for Juventus, helped by the last one. Still only 5 from 15. An impressive 41% from Sassari. Where do they go to win the game? Eight steals for Juventus Utena. Dendy's just had a game. Feet set, lines it up, knocks it down. Crowd loving it. The front row's almost on the floor with it. Sassari have it. 34 seconds in the game. Bamford wraps it. Extra pass. Polonara, extra pass. DeVecchi for 3 is off. Offensive rebound, but Planinic loses it. Juventus have a shot to win it with 15 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Piskauskas, don't want to leave it too late. Will come off Dendy's screen. Dendy rolls. 4 seconds. Piskauskas has got nothing here. He's got to put it up. The tough one is short. And we're going to overtime. 78 apiece. Piskauskas kept it for literally 16 seconds. And we're tied at 78 apiece. We're going to overtime. Statistically, as you'd expect, pretty tight across the numbers. Rebound numbers tied up. The assists have really helped Juventus. 15 offensive rebounds have been a key factor for Juventus in making this a overtime game. 12 turnovers for Sassari, only 6 turnovers for Juventus on the game. Here's the 3 to tie it. It looks good, whichever camera you look at it from. Piskauskas. Lubanis is not a happy guy, not a happy coach. No one else touches it. Left to 1 point whatever seconds on the clock. Both teams, 1 and 3. One of these teams is going to get right back in the mix for qualification. Still early days in the group, but this is Basketball Champions League. You don't want to be not in the mix. You want to be going for the last 16 spot. Piskauskas has got to forget the last 16 seconds and remember the first part, the whole rest of the game, because he's had great numbers. 25 minutes for his 11 points, 7 assists for the guard. Putting a real decent shift, no turnovers, 3 steals. He's got to forget the one play, the one missed shot. So Sassari will have possession, and she needs that fan. And cool herself down before we start the first period of overtime. Hatcher has it and gets Sassari into the half court. Action away from the basketball. Bamford gets it off the down screen. Blaninic did well not to foul. Turnover, and Dendy's involved again. What a quick, he just jumped out. Viskauskas. Like shuffle cut like. Vicious goes off. Vicious is short with a three. Dendy's going to come up with the offensive rebound. Surely Dendy needs to touch him. Gets one. Goes inside. Almost travels. Viskauskas recovers for three. Short. And Hatcher comes down with it. Viskauskas. I think Ireland's coming back for him. Hatcher spaces it. Got the match up with Dendy. Dendy on 4 fouls. Can't at all foul him. Great decision by Hatcher, but he can't get it to drop. What a board by Guskaus. Guskaus came up with it from nowhere for the every defensive glass. Bulavicius turnover. Vicia goes up for 2, blows the layup. Comes up completely empty. Bulavicius kicks it off. Dendy stops, pops the 2, way short. One of these teams is going to decide to execute. Get a shot you want. 3 minutes to go in overtime. Bamford off the screen, goes a little give and go action. Vicia for 3 is way off. Viskauskas will bring it. 2 minutes of pointless overtime. Actually pointless overtime action. Neither team ticking it over. Bulavicius gets to the foul line. Little hesitation, knocked away, will still be retained. Pasquini, he wants the ball. Bulavicius thought it was his ball. 2 wide open looks, 1 layup, 1 missed 3 for Davici. I just can't get it going. We've got a foul on the play. Great work on the glass. Guskauskas just outworked everybody. We'll go to the free throw line. Well, they couldn't want a better free throw shooter on the line. Bamford is going to foul out with his 5th personal. Doesn't need to have the conversation with the official at that point. 2:47 to go. Bamford's got to leave. Doesn't want to. It's going to be replaced by Spiciu. Bamford will sit. Got to calm down. Do not need to lose control right now, says Ali. Nice day at the office for Bamford. Well, I said couldn't want anyone better on the free throw line. Shoots over 85% across the Basketball Champions League. Misses the first. Amazing what pressure does to your free throw. Makes the second, first point of overtime. Juventus lead it 79-78, 2:40 to go. Spiciu will get it off to Hatcher. Hatcher, got to play positively. Get a shot you want. Gets the 2 off the glass, tough move. Ireland all over him. Will Hatcher. Ireland. Ooh. Dumps it off And Kupsas not really ready for it. Well, Ireland average is over 20 a game. It's been pointless in the second half and since he's come back in overtime. Has it now, gets his feet set, fires the three, drops it. But they won't mind that he hasn't scored until now in the second half. He's just given Juventus the 2-point lead. For the Ireland, if you're a scorer, you're always a scorer. Hatcher has it, guarded by Ireland. Nice little matchup. Hatcher, a little hesitation, goes inside again, needs a pass. Tries to dump it down to Planinic, turns it over. Tough move to the glass, it's blocked. So goes up for the left-hand layup, and that'll count. Polonara just challenged the layup previously. We're tied at 82 again. Here's the ball on the ring, knocked away as it was about to drop. Ireland feeling it again after the three. 1:20 to go. Anthony Ireland takes the ball screen, gets a little separation and space. Now has a matchup he might want to go at. Planinic wants a bit of space on him right now. Ireland, little hesitation, steps back, takes the long two, drops it. All about Ireland. 2-point game. Hatcher has it, got a foul away from the ball, and Kupsas is just, there are certain times a foul is a dumb foul, and that is a dumb foul. Look at this though. I'm gonna get set, I'm gonna get a shot I want, I'm gonna fill it up for two. Kupsas picks up his 4th personal. In Darko Planinic, the Croatian. He's been in Eurobaskets. He's been all over Europe playing this game. It doesn't count for anything when you're on the free throw line. Less than a minute to go. He's a 70% free throw shooter. The statistics tell you he'll make the second. But as I say, stats in the last minute mean nothing. But he nails it, 1-point game. Ireland, they don't really want to get a switch again. Randolph stays with him this time. Screen comes again from Kupsas. Ireland's going to chase him and fouls him with 5 seconds on the possession. Underneath the screen, Ireland not looking to let it go. Randolph fouls him. Not quite as dumb as the last one, but not the most sensible foul you've ever seen. Ireland is an 85% Basketball Champions League free throw shooter. Looks like an 85% free throw shooter. Juventus will get the ball back, whatever Sassari do. 39 seconds of the ball game to go in overtime. Ireland to make it a 3-point game. Still only a 1-possession game. Still asks a lot of questions of Coach Pasquini. Ireland, we got a 3-point game. Dendi comes back. Sassari don't take the timeout. They're going to go the full length of it. Got to get it in first. They could decide to foul here. They lead it by 3. Spishu gets it off to Hatcher, who gets a big ball screen from Planinic. Planinic rolls wide open. Now he gets a touch. He's got to play one-on-one though. Planinic to the middle. Turnover. That may be it. What a play. Ireland is fouled, but they don't call it again. They call it now. Trying not to make the unsportsmanlike foul. Ireland will go to the line. One may see them home. One on three when Planinic went to the lane. Didn't want to make the unsportsmanlike foul, but they had to call that one. Hatchet will. Had to sit. Needs one. Makes it a two-possession game. Still plenty of time. Sassari have the time out to call. Plenty of time here for Sassari. And Ireland misses it. You got to maybe, did he miss it on purpose? If he did, pretty much smart move, could be. So it goes through, and we got a whistle. Took a long time to get down. And if that Dendy's foul, he'll foul out with 6.1 seconds to go of overtime. Should be Dendy's foul. Is Dendy's foul. He fouls out. What a game. What a stat line. Laurent Dendy, 22 points, 50% from the floor, 2 from 2 from the three-point line, 8 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. He gets the drop, gets it back to a one-possession game. The two-possession game. So a one-possession game, 2-point game. Timeout for Juventus. They would advance the basketball after the timeout. Juventus are 6 seconds away from a huge home win. Get it in, they're probably going to win it. Clear from coach Pasquini, doesn't want the unsportsmanlike. So if there is a foul, it's going to be a real genuine attempt to steal it. Sideline possession. Budalivicius will inbound the basketball. Polonari will be trying to get a piece. Gonna have to switch everything, deny everything. Ireland gets it, should be game, gets the foul. 4.2 to go, he's gotta make both. Sassari have no timeout. If he only makes the one, it's a 3-point game. This game has already surprised us. Makes both, it's probably done. Ireland misses the first. Who'd be a coach? Ubanas, living every moment. He's probably added a year to his life tonight. Ireland to make it a 3-point game. Sassari do have the timeout, that's right. They went the whole length of the floor last time. As Queenie has one shot at it. One shot to go to double overtime. Bamford, 22 points on the bench. Polonara still in the game. Bamford on the bench with the 3 assists. Where do they go? Let's take a look.
for Levi. Levi, run here. All elevator on double line. When you take the ball, don't shut immediately if you are not open. John, Bob, we have John here. If they overplay Marco and they overplay Levi, John, use Achilles screen for Bob here. You have it. Hey, what is important? Marco, devi partire quando l'arbitro la palla. Subito.
Well, they're going to come off that double on the foul line. If they have the open one, they'll take it, but they're going to pop out of that double. When they pop out of that double and the defense gets caught up, they've got enough time to look at their second option. One play for Sassari to take this to double overtime. It's not as simple as fouling anymore. If you foul here and it's an unsportsmanlike, plenty of time left. Coming through. There you go. Oh, they turn it over. They turn it over out of bounds. Juventus Utena. They're going to walk the floor to shoot the throw. One will do. They had too much traffic around the area they wouldn't get the ball into. Tavanara picks up the second foul. That should do it right now. 2-possession game with 2.3 seconds left. You're gonna have to throw this up. Tavanara from the halfway line. Doesn't get it to drop. Juventus Utena get the win, 90-85 in overtime. They needed a 3 in regulation to tie it. From that man, Dendi, who really was just the star of the night for Utena. Ireland came alive in the fourth quarter and in overtime. And there's the numbers. But the only numbers that really matter. Juventus 90, Sassari 85. Juventus will go to 2 and 3 in the group. Right back in the mist for last 16 qualification. 21 assists. You gotta love that as a team. Ubenas looks like he's been through the mill tonight, and he probably has. But that man behind him with a huge smile. Laurent Dendi just put in a phenomenal performance. Ireland came alive in the overtime period. Dendi leads with points and rebounds for Juventus. Skauskas with 7 assists, did his bit. And 3 steals. Tremendous win for Juventus. Ireland with 20, Dendi with 20. We said at the top of the game they're the only 2 averaging double digits. They both delivered, and Ireland carried them in overtime. Dendi got them to overtime. Tremendous performance by the home team. Knowledgeable crowd, loved it. Are they back on track? Are they back in contention? That's how they'll feel tonight. Sassari have to regroup, get back on the island, and get ready to play again. The one win gives them a little bit of a mountain to climb, but with that home court, they will be right back in this. There were the Group A standings. You have to be very quick to read those. What a great night here in Lithuania. Utena get the win. Hope you've enjoyed that one. We'll see you soon for more Basketball Champions League action, but from me, it's goodbye for now.